speaks in front of the audience. That is not an easy task. Table topic. Table topic speeches are similar to when a superstar is on live television and is giving a quick interview, and the interviewer is asking multiple questions. So you have to think on your feet. Now, dating back to 2005, this was 20 years ago. I was at my grandmother's house alongside my uncles, and there he was, a big screen presence, a larger than life individual. His name is John Cena, and that is why today I'm wearing his shirt out of love for professional wrestling. So, John Cena always spoke about hustle, loyalty, and respect. And me being about 7 at that time, I said, this makes sense to me. And ever since then, I cheered for him against all the villains. So, when we talk about professional wrestling, there are heroes and villains, and there are many fights, and there are many characters that I have looked up to growing up, and those are The Undertaker, Triple H, Ric Flair with his catchphrases, "Woo!" Hulk Hogan, "Eat your vegetables, have your vitamins, and say your prayers." Or The Rock, "If you smell what The Rock is cooking," or Stone Cold saying, "That's the bottom line because that's what I said so." Now, each wrestler has a different personality, and in Toastmasters, you have to speak on different components, go through your pathways, and that is what those wrestlers are. They're being given a particular script, and at times they have to improvisation. So, ever since 2005, I've been an advent supporter of professional wrestling. Well, that's not the case at home. My mom has always been after me, and in Urdu, she says, "Insan ka banoge? Kab tak dekhoge nange logo ko?" And my dad, he jokingly says, "Well, son, I think you like watching semi-naked men in underwear wrestle." I say, "Well, yes, I do, because that is what I'm passionate about." We all are passionate about various things, and that is something that I truly love. Irrespective of what anyone thinks, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Now I'm remembering the shared that back in 2010s, there was a famous match, a match which he had to go toe on toe with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who you all know, a mainstream actor now. Prior to that was a professional wrestling. That was termed once in a lifetime. And boy, did that live up to the expectations. And that was everything a fan could ask for. Now, I've worked in the corporate world as well and run my own family business as well. When we talk about heroes and villains, this reminds me of a famous storyline of Stone Cold Steve Austin going against the evil, manipulative, vile Vince McMahon, a boss who is hell bent on ruining your life. And Stone Cold, a rebellion fan favorite, will stop at nothing but to fight back. So, the other character being The Rock, he betrays Stone Cold as well and sides with Vince McMahon. Now, doesn't this sound familiar? We've all been through that situation in life and in our corporate jobs where you trusted a friend, a colleague, and they backstabbed you right in the back, and they went to the boss and maligned your name and ruined your reputation. And what happened? That friend got that favor and got the promotion. Now, we all are civilized people. We cannot hit back or ask for retribution. But the only retribution which I saw was WWE, Stone Cold, giving a proper smack to Vince McMahon. Now, coming to the time when I was watching wrestling, and I said that this is relatable and we all should fight for what is right, and that fight within us. So, I would like to close by saying one thing. In life, we are heroes in someone's stories, villains in someone's stories. But in our stories, we have to be the hero and the villain and have to fight for what is right. What is right. And a great man once said, sometimes we're able to learn a new thing, and you can teach something new. So that is what professional wrestling teaches me every single day. And to this day, I will always love, cheer for it, and go all bananas over it. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters, for your time and guests.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ozair Dodi, for your speech. And now the next speaker is Toastmaster Muhammad Asgar. Yes, Toastmaster Muhammad Asgar will be speaking from Motivational Strategy Pathways. The project is researching and presenting. The title of his speech is Social Media Influencer. The great Toastmaster Imran Rana will be evaluating Toastmaster Asgar. So, Toastmaster Asgar, the stage is yours for 7 minutes. Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
yes, sir. Yes, sir, you are audible.
Us 2 hours.
Okay. Okay. Last week, I went for a dinner to a fancy restaurant with my daughter for a treat after her annual exam result. That was how the matter proceeded there that day. As soon as we seated on our chair, she grabbed her iPhone and started to make video of the decor and ambience. This includes the journal seating arrangement and overall environment of the restaurant. Now, the restaurant was full of customers, newborn, toddler, children, teenager, adult, middle-aged aunties, and people of my age, the elderly one. Newborn were snoring, toddlers were biting their nails, children were snuffing, teenager, adult, and middle-aged adult were chomping during eating their food. People in my age were slurping sugarless coffee. When our food arrived at our table, and as soon as I tried to touch it, she shouted at me to stop at once. And then she started to make a video of the plate and promptly Instagrammed it before we started to eat. Now, if you still think I have a nice child with good grade, that is what you think. Because for me, it was totally embarrassing what she had done in front of well-mannered staff and visitors. Almost 45 years later, in that eatery, however, revealed that we are not alone in our predicament. And I shouldn't have wondered or felt sad about it. Girls in our age from the adjacent table were also making photos and videos of their empty plates after eating and before leaving the restaurant. The accompanying parents were visibly embarrassed, but they didn't want anyone in knowing how bad the things have gone. They, like me, didn't want to be judged. They didn't want to be censured in the restaurant by the other people. Now, thou personally, I found this sort of thing extremely tiresome and unauthentic. But is it just me? I flashed back some few days earlier about an article I had read about how the media influencers changing the way that we are living our lives. Now, for example, according to an academic research about social media influencer done by someone called Ashish Nindi, if 80% of the people in journal and teenage girl in particular are not promptly Instagrammed what they are eating, they are forced to admit that it didn't happen, food wasn't enjoyed, or had no value. So, dear Toastmaster, I dare say that things are moving in the wrong direction for all parents. One Harvard study survey blamed the media, social media influencer for this sorry state of affair. And it seems true because the same person, the Ashish Nindi, believed that this their habit, the habit of social media, all of them are designed to make us believe that they are just like us, as common people as we are. As analysis revealed that while engaging social media influencers, they employed various tools, knowledge, and techniques to boost their circulation, appear authentic, and create a credential for themselves. Now, here is the problem. For example, V. Smith, another social media expert, I found it out. He said that the part that the consumer miss is how behavior and strategies deployed by media influencers are transforming the way we see ourselves and other people around us. For example, the people at the restaurant that day were common people, including my daughter. But what they were doing, they may have a few followers revolving around their peer groups, yet they feel pressured to use strategies of those influencers to present themselves as a commodity and boost their own credential. I think now I know why she screamed at me the other day in the restaurant. I wish I had asked her before touching the food. Dear Toastmaster, this is not to say that before this social media, the advent of this social media, people were not assessed based on their social capital. According to Bilal Ahmad, a sociologist, a Pakistani sociologist, says, indeed, people joined exclusive clubs to project just that. In old days, for example, if you are a member of a Sindh club or a prestigious club in Lahore, you just boost your personality by showing your membership card to your friends. But this time, the difference is about the method, scale of reach, and above all, the medium that is being used. So, I want to warn you that watch out. Influencers content, like many other social media content, is hardly rare. We should be aware of the fact that there is no audience for that restaurant sitting. Until then, parents like me must wait at least for 5 minutes before biting that snack so that it can be captured from all aspects before Instagrammed. Otherwise, we wasted our time. We didn't go to that restaurant in the very first place. That too, with a result in our hand with A and A star marks. Toastmaster of the day, Asgar, to you. Thank you, Toastmaster Asgar, doing a 7 minutes job in between. Now, our next speaker is none other than Irfan Farooqi. Irfan Farooqi will be speaking from the presentation Mastery Level 3 Project 1. The title of his speech is Photostat Machine, and Toastmaster Irfan Farooqi will be evaluated by Arfa Fahim. Arfa Fahim, are you there? I'm sure you are with us. Arfa? Uh, um,
Yes, he's there. No, he's not.
okay. So, should we allow Toastmaster Irfan to begin his speech?
Yes, of course, but announce its title first.
Yes, I did.
I just
The
wanted
title, yes,
Toastmaster Alpha asked me to share my evaluation form, but a few minutes ago she had not seen. Has she received my evaluation form?
okay. Yes, Toastmaster Arfa, can you share with us what's happening with regard to the, yes, she unmute herself and we are waiting
You
for.
asked me, am I?
Yes, we can hear you, Toastmaster
You
Arfa.
Okay, the purpose of DTM Talha speech, the purpose
No,
of project is,
Alpha, we are just checking whether you have the sheet or not. That's it.
I don't have.
Okay, I'm passing it on to you.
No, I have
And
already
Okay.
passed. I have passed. She should see her WhatsApp.
Okay,
WhatsApp.
okay, just let me check just.
Sure. So
My,
we can
thank you,
continue.
thank you, DTM.
Can continue with the speech, Toastmasters. We are already very much behind time.
yeah, yeah, timer, please, yes, keep the default position. Okay, Toastmaster, to you, Toastmaster Irfan Faruqi, over to you.
Thank you very much, my dear fellow Toastmasters. All my life has been spent in a way to make me a senator. People kept handing me various role models. In school, my teacher said, be like Qaid-e-Azam. At job, my boss said, be like Jack Welch or Sam Walton. And at home, my father said, be like your elder brother. How studious he is. And this is one of my strong grievance of life, that I was never able to match my brother except in the matriculation examination. But he was given to me as a role model throughout my life. And various role models were presented to me, and I was assumed and asked to be someone like them. With so many models, Qaid-e-Azam, Jack Welch, I felt less like a person and more like a photocopy machine. But here is the truth. I never followed anyone's footstep, because footsteps belong to someone else's journey, mine. In the corporate world, I very quickly learned that survival supposedly means saying, yes, boss. Yes, boss, your idea is brilliant. Boss, the deadlines that you have set are extremely well sectored deadlines. Perfect. Yes, boss. Of course, I will switch off the sun. Just tell me to do it. I will do it. Yes, boss. And one day what happened? I very politely, humbly tried to say no. And let's just say my performance appraisal turned into my performance funeral. But here is the logic behind everything. The logic of the problem. When we keep copying others or blindly saying yes, we stop thinking for ourselves. We lose creativity. We lose authenticity. We lose ourselves. Research from a Harvard Business Review article shows that companies actually perform better when employees bring their authentic selves to the work. So being yourself isn't just healthy, it is profitable. Think about it. If Einstein had said yes, boss, to his physics teacher who had thought that Einstein is a very poor student, what if Allama Iqbal had said yes, boss, to the British? Probably Bange Dara would have been full of the poem saying, "Long live the Queen." We'd probably still be arguing about which way to drive on the streets, right side of the road or left side of the road. And all those discussions we would be aiming to do in a very British accent, full of sentences like, "Oh, bloody hell." And that would be we if we had followed, if Qaid-e-Azam had followed, Allama Iqbal had followed the British. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is greatest accomplishment. When everybody is trying to model you in something and you say, no, I'll be myself, that is the greatest accomplishment of yourself. Even Qaid-e-Azam, our founder of the nation, he never copied anybody. He led his own principle, his own life. Just let me share one thing from his life. Once in the tribal area, he was traveling in a horse coach, and he used to wear that flat hat that British use. And that flat hat was on his knee. Somebody said, Qaid-e-Azam, people don't like British hats. Put it down. Qaid said, I use it. When I use it, why should I hide it? And he put it on his head. This is what I am. Authenticity. This is what I am. Dear fellows, I'll admit, with this policy, I have suffered. I have suffered for not following the yes boss lifestyle. Promotions were delayed. Opportunities skipped. Sometimes I was even labeled as difficult person. But you know what? I slept better. I smiled better. I lived better. Because I lived as myself, not as someone else's puppet. My friends, don't waste your life trying to be someone else's second-rate version. The world already has a Qaid-e-Azam. World already has a Steve Jobs. World already has a Malala Yousafzai. What the world doesn't have is you. Learn from others, yes. Take inspirations, yes. But don't worship them. Don't become their shadow. Adopt their good, but never abandon your own light. Focusing on yourself will make you cynosure. So next time when someone says, follow my footsteps, just say, sorry, I wear my own shoes. Because the real satisfaction, the real success is not being an outcome of a photostat machine or someone else's self. It is in being yourself. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster, you are muted.
Thank you, Toastmaster Irfan Farooqi, for your speech. I'm already applying your method, but partially. I always tell them that I'm following their footstep, but then I usually change my track and go somewhere else. And I totally agree with the cult personality or the role model. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Mohammad Asif. Mohammad Asif is delivering as icebreaker today. And Mohammad Asif will be evaluated by our president, TM Shazeb Iqbal, who is senator today of the today's meeting. Senator. Please, I stand corrected. Over to you, Shazeb.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asghar. What I have learned from the Google and from the translator is it's pronounced like senator.
Senator.
Yes. So Cynosure, senator. So for everyone, please use the word of the day in your speeches. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Asif Malik is going to deliver his first speech, the icebreaker, and the purpose of this speech is to introduce himself to the club, to tell us about his life and his goals. And the basic purpose of this speech is to learn the basic structure of a speech. So a very best luck to Toastmaster Asif Malik. The topic of his speech is Humble Roots, Higher Goals. Humble Roots, Higher Goals, Toastmaster Asif Malik.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today's theme is about think big, and my journey is all about thinking beyond circumstances. My journey began in a small village of district Atak, where basic necessities of life were not available. I used to study uh, in fourth class in a small village, which was a primary school over there. And along with my studies, I had some other responsibilities as well. After returning from school, I used to uh, graze goats in the evening, and by keeping my book in one hand for study while watching over the goats, suddenly then a turning point came in my life, and our family moved to Karachi, and I got admission to the school. My education started, and after completion of my matriculation and intermediate, I got admission in Beria University, which had in electrical engineering. In Beria University, uh, which transformed my personality. And by doing graduation in electrical engineering, I entered in the professional life. I worked in Islamabad Electric Supply Company, in BPS 17 as a junior engineer. I worked over there for 1 year. Then I have worked with different leading consultants in Pakistan. Uh, I was responsible of designing different electrical systems for the diverse nature of projects, including the infrastructure, high-rise buildings, corporate offices, some restaurants as well. And during this experience, the key projects were I have designed the United States Educational Foundation of head office in Islamabad actually, some Costa Coffee projects. I hope restaurants as well, and there are some high-rise buildings as well which were located. One of them was located near the CM House, the SAR Tower, which is under construction right now, and the other one is the Sky Garden, which was up to 36 stories. The Twin Tower building up to 36 stories. So I was the responsible for complete designing of the electrical system. Currently, I am working in a multinational organization of international accord, which is working for the compliance of electrical for the worker safety in governments, textile and garment sector. This program was initiated in 2013 after the Rana Plaza collapse in Bangladesh, where around 1,200 people lost their lives. And similar incident happened in Baldia factory in Karachi. So to mitigate and to reduce the risk in these factories, and a body was created by the international unions and international brands which was sourcing from these countries. Initially, it was implemented in Bangladesh, and currently it started in Pakistan. So I'm responsible for the electrical system, for the audit of the electrical system in more than 500 factories in Pakistan. So we used to vet their designs of the electrical different systems related to electrical, and my my journey never was not ending here. The next target is to become a good speaker, because I feel that I still need a lot of betterment in my communication skills. So that is why I joined Toastmasters Club. To the main purpose of joining Toastmasters Club is to boost my confidence, my communication skills, and leadership skills. So I want to become a cynosure in public speaking. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Asif. Now, the last remaining keynote speaker is from DTM Sarfraz Nazir. Sarfraz Nazir is going to present an analysis, a sort of analysis as a keynote speech revolving around 2025 World Champion of Public Speaking. Let me know if he is there. Yes. DTM Sarfraz Nazir, welcome to the club meeting, and we are eagerly waiting for your key speech.
DTM Talha, I'm going to share some slides. I'll appreciate it if you can give me
Sure, sir. Sure. Just give me a second.
access. Thank you.
Now you should be able to, sir.
Okay. DTM Talha and Toastmaster Shahzeb, can you see the slide?
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
we can see the slide. It's a little
Thank
too
you.
small, though.
See if I can. How about now?
Yeah, it's better.
Yes,
Much better.
it's
Okay.
perfect.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, 10 days ago, I had the honor of attending the World Championship of Public Speaking, where 8 cynosures wowed or tried to wow the audience. Over the next few minutes, I will present to you my opinion of what I saw, what I thought about it, and what I felt. It is not an evaluation of the speaker's speeches. Now, if you notice on the top, it says 1 hour presentation. I don't want anyone to have a heart attack